This course is designed to provide an overview of APWA's structure. After completing this course, you will have a better understanding of the association, as well as a better idea of how our board, staff, and committees work together to meet the association's strategic goals and activities. APWA's 30,000 members are represented and led by the 17-member Board of Directors, who provides strategic direction for one of the largest associations of public works professionals in North America. The membership is represented on the board with one member from each of the 9 regions and 5 directors at large representing technical areas. The executive committee is composed of the president, president-elect, and the past president. APWA is committed to excellence, and for over 80 years, our mission has been to provide education and professional development to public works professionals who serve communities large and small, urban and rural, in the U.S. and in Canada. APWA also advocates on behalf of our members and the public works profession in both Washington and Ottawa to ensure the professional interests of our members are considered in legislative matters. In 2016, APWA developed a 3-year strategic plan with the help of board members, volunteers, and staff. Following the finalization of the plan, each department within APWA developed operational activities which support the strategic goals. Along with the operational activities, the strategic plan has become the foundation for much of APWA's work. The impact of the plan can even be felt at the committee level. The development of committee charters, the structure of the work plan, and how activities relate to one or more of the strategic goals, even the enhancements and additional format options related to the Click, Listen, Learn webinar programs are direct results of the association's strategic plan and identified operational activities. As each committee develops a work plan, staff liaisons will provide information about fiscal year operational activities that might impact your committee's work. The Board of Directors includes 3 committees: the Strategic Planning Committee, the Finance Committee, and the National Nominating Committee. The Strategic Planning Committee monitors the progress and activities addressing the 4 strategic goals of the association, which are value, voice, education and credentialing, membership, and chapters. Value consists of defining and sharing the value of public works to our communities. Voice consists of being the voice of public works to government and media. Education and credentialing focuses on the excellence in education and credentialing. For memberships and chapters, we are working on creating a dynamic membership and chapter support model. The committee also discusses broad issues affecting the membership and the association, providing input and recommendation to the full board. The Finance Committee makes recommendations to the board on the proposed budget for the next fiscal year. They monitor investments and make recommendations on investment policies, and they monitor the association's monthly financial statements and long-term strategic financial planning. The National Nominating Committee reviews nominations submitted for the President-elect and Director-at-Large positions on the Board of Directors. They make recommendations for the national ballot. Each year, the President selects one member from each geographical region to serve on the National Nominating Committee. The APWA Board of Directors is vested with the authority to manage the affairs of the association with specific responsibilities in leadership, organization, and operation. Directors are elected for a term of 2 years and may serve no more than 3 consecutive 2-year terms. Meetings are conducted using the Roberts Rules of Order with a simple majority required for the passage of action items. The board's leadership duties include representing the best interest of all APWA members at all times. They represent the positions and the policies of the association, and they maintain direct and accurate communication with our members, as well as accepting leadership, committee, and liaison assignments. The board's organizational duties include monitoring and leading APWA in the implementation of the organization's strategic plan, operation plan, and budgets. Their operational duties include attending all meetings of the board and committees for which they are liaisons, identifying qualified members for appointment, providing written reports on the activities within their region and/or committees, and managing the hiring and performance reviews of the executive director. The executive committee is comprised of the president, president-elect, and past president. In addition to their board responsibilities, the executive committee carries oversight for accountability of all directors to their specific areas of responsibility. They monitor operational activities of the staff and the association at a high level. They set the agenda for all meetings of the full Board of Directors. They track the progress of the board directives and policies given to the Executive Director, as well as developing guidelines, goals, and objectives for the Executive Director. They also facilitate the annual evaluation of the Executive Director. In addition, with their board duties, the directors at large also work with the assigned staff to support and guide the activities between and among the technical committees and external groups. They also serve as subject matter experts and represent the board at chapter events. They liaise with other directors on issues of mutual interest and act as a spokesperson with outside organizations. They keep the board up to date on activities of all committees and task forces under their area of responsibility. They advocate for technical committee programs and interests with the board of directors. They work with the regional directors to promote the association's activities. They represent the national position of the association. They provide input on qualified members for leadership positions at the national level within the association and on external committees, working groups, or task forces. Directors do not vote on technical committee actions. However, they may volunteer to complete assignments for the committee. In addition to their board duties, regional directors also serve as a liaison from national to chapters within their region and from the region to the board. They work with the staff to organize and lead the meeting with the Council of Chapters and the board. They attend chapter and executive committee meetings, respond to questions and clarify APWA policy, and provide information on APWA national activities. They identify problems within the chapters and help to strategize solutions. They represent national positions of the association. They work with the directors at large and technical directors to promote activities of the technical committees within the membership. They share regional experiences with the board. Directors assigned as staff liaisons do not vote on committee actions. However, they may volunteer to complete assignments for the committee. The interests of the membership are addressed through the association's 63 chapters, which are organized into 9 regions throughout North America. The mission of the Council of Chapters is to increase the effectiveness of the association by advising the Board of Directors, the Executive Director, staff, and chapters on goals, strategies, and issues that are referred to the Council. They also support the APWA strategic plan and influence changes for the betterment of the association. The Council of Chapters supports the chapter-to-chapter mentoring and development of best practices to strengthen the services delivered in each chapter. They also communicate member issues among the local, regional, and national levels. They identify dedicated members for active participation within the association. In addition to the committee responsibilities previously mentioned, each APWA technical committee is focused on specific public works areas. Their role is to provide educational opportunities, informational exchange, and representation for topics in their interest areas. They provide a forum for APWA members to exchange ideas, technologies, and information on public works practices. They also work to identify and promote research needed to advance public works practices. Committee members must establish a work plan based on the committee's charter from which each meeting's agenda is built. Their work includes completing educational work products in a variety of formats, which includes but is not limited to the planning of the hands-on training at conferences such as PWX and SNOW, serving as guest speakers at other discipline-specific conferences or for hearings and briefings on the Hill, planning and presenting webinars and learning programs, designing e-learning training deliverable through the learning management system, writing articles for the APWA Reporter or other professional journals, APWA publications, and toolbox items. Committee members continually monitor the status of the industry. They also review and make recommendations for additional training, cooperative agreements, and new initiatives. Members of subcommittees and knowledge teams are not presidentially appointed and are not considered voting members on the committee. When it comes to voting, only those members appointed by presidential appointment may vote on decisions of the committee. The American Public Works Association has several standing committees. Members of these committees serve by virtue of their position on the APWA Board of Directors or by presidential appointment. Standing committees assist in the governance and internal affairs of the association. They provide oversight, guidance, support, and coordination of APWA initiatives. Our members are highly engaged in the association's activities, actively participating in advocacy efforts, priority setting, execution, etc. The Executive Director is a liaison to the Board of Directors and manages the overall operations of the association. In this role, he provides strategic leadership and directs operations to ensure that the vision and core values of APWA and CPWA are communicated and implemented at all levels of the association. Scott Grayson serves as the spokesperson along with the APWA and CPWA presidents on behalf of APWA's 30,000 members. He collaborates with key stakeholders in the public works sector, including the U.S. Congress, Canadian Parliament, and the federal and provincial state branches of government agencies. There are 9 departments within APWA. Each is led by a director who manages the programs and the services within that department. These individuals report directly to the Executive Director. Administrative support for the committees is provided by the APWA staff liaisons. This support consists of imparting specialized knowledge, such as APWA policies and resources available, facilitating the development and completion of agendas, minutes, reports, or work products, coordinating meeting logistics and representing the committee in identifying and recommending qualified candidates to fill committee positions. Staff liaisons do not vote on committee actions. However, as a resource to the committee, they may provide guidance to members prior to the decision-making process. APWA's Executive Director, Scott Grayson, along with a staff of 43 in Kansas City and 6 in Washington, D.C., coordinate the work of 9 departments. These departments consist of Education and Credentialing, Executive Offices, Finance, Government Affairs, HR and Office Services, Marketing and Web Services, Meetings, Membership, and Sustainability. Thank you for reviewing this video and for your service to the public works profession.